Hey guys, I'm Shreyas and today we're in the 7th day of the lead coding challenge, and the question for today is kth smallest element in a sorted matrix. So in this question we have a matrix of n cross n dimensions which contain some integers in this range, and we have to find out the kth smallest element in the sorted order. Basically what they want us to find is they want us to convert this matrix to a 1D matrix and in a sorted order, and we need to return that element in the kth position of that matrix 1D array. So for example, this is a 2D matrix n cross n, 3 cross 3, and we can convert this 3 cross 3 matrix to a 1D array, 1D sorted array, and we just return the element at the kth position. So that is the question. So first, the brute force approach. So as discussed, the brute force approach is to convert this 2D matrix to a 1D sorted array and just return the position at the kth element. So for the time complexity for that one would be like O of n square log n, because there are n square elements, right? Because there is an n cross n matrix, so there will be n square elements. We are like loading these elements to a 1D array and sorting it, so it will be n square log n square, which is nothing but O of n square log n, and the space complexity will be O of n square because of the number of elements. So this is the most basic brute force approach, and now in order to optimize this approach, we will be using binary search in this problem. So the first intuition to use binary search in this problem is because they have given the value of k for us. So we can always guess a particular value and we can question ourselves like whether our guessed value can be the kth smallest value or not. If yes, do something. If no, do something else. And from an initial search space, we can always keep converging the search space to a lesser and lesser value until we obtain the correct answer. So that is how binary search helps us in this problem. And so the way we do it is we just keep a suitable lower and upper bound and guess a particular value between those bounds, and for that guessed value we question like, can this be the kth smallest element in the matrix or not. So in order to verify if it can be or cannot be, we just iterate through all the elements of the matrix and find out the number of elements which is less than or equal to the guessed value. If it's less than k, then it cannot be our guessed value cannot be the kth smallest because it is less than k. So we increase the guessed value to a higher value, otherwise we decrease the guessed value to a lower value. So that's how binary search helps us, and more things will be clear as we go through the code. So first we are finding the dimension n cross n, that is matrix dot size. So we are applying binary search over here, and another detail about the problem is that all the rows and all the columns are sorted in ascending order. So just a second. So all the rows and all the columns are sorted in ascending order, and so we can say that the first row, the element in the first row, first column will be the smallest, and the element in the last row, last column will be the largest element because they are sorted. And the kth smallest value should lie between these two bounds, right? If 1 is the lower bound and 15 is the upper bound, then the kth smallest element should be between 1 and 15, like, and it could be any of this, but it will be between 1 and 15. So the lower bound is the first row, first the top left, and the high value will be the bottom right value. So that is the lower and the upper bound for the binary search, and this is a normal binary search template where we find out the mid. Our mid value is the guessed value, and for a particular value of mid we are finding out the number of elements which is less than or equal to that mid value in the matrix. And if such elements, if the number of elements which is less than or equal to mid is less than k, then it obviously means that mid cannot be the kth smallest value because it's lesser than k, right? So in that case we increase the mid value by increasing the low and converging this reducing the search space by increasing the low value. Otherwise we decrease the mid high value and again reduce the search space. So these are the two possibilities, and after a few iterations we'll converge to the correct answer when low will be equal to high, and we'll return low as the answer. So this is a normal binary search template, and to find out the number of elements which is less than or equal to mid, we can so this is the function that I have written for finding out the number of elements which is less than or equal to the guessed value. So there is one brute force O of n square method where we iterate through all the elements of the matrix and check if a particular element is less than or greater than the mid value, and like correspondingly increase the count of those elements. But we can reduce the time complexity to O of n of this function by using the properties of the matrix itself. So the way we do it is, so we know all the rows and all the columns are sorted, right? So obviously we start from the first row till the nth row, but for the columns this time we'll start from the last column till the first column. So we go from the right to the left. Suppose our guessed value is 3. For example, keep our guessed value is 3, and we need to find out the number of elements which are less than or equal to 3 in the entire matrix. So we start going from the right to the left, and we stop at that place where the value is less than or equal to 3. So over here 1 is less than or equal to 3, so we stop it. So we know these two values are greater than 3, so we don't include it, and we include this thing, include 1 into the into the count variable. And for the next row, so for the first row it's only 1. For the next row, instead of starting again from the extreme right position, since we know it is sorted, right, the columns are sorted in ascending order. So if 5 and 9 are greater than 3, it obviously means something to the below of it also will be greater than 3 because it's sorted in ascending order. So that's the reason we don't start from the extreme right position. So we start from the position where we left previously. So we had left in this first column, so we start from the first column again for 10, and over here 10 again is greater than 3, so we go to the left again, and so we are exhausted all the columns, and for the next row we don't check for any column. So that is how we can reduce the time complexity from O of n square to O of n. We just we iterate through all the rows, but combining all the rows we have iterated through all the columns only once. So the time complexity of this function is O of n. And for this is the normal binary search, and the time complexity is O of the search O of log of search space. Over here the high and low value can be like 10 power 9, so it will be like log of 10 power 9 is like 32. So overall time complexity will be big O of 32 into n. 32 is for this function, is for this binary search thing, and O of n is over here, so it's like O of n into 32, which is like again O of n only, and the space complexity is O of 1. So this is how we optimize the problem from O of n square log n to O of n by using binary search for this problem. And the difficulty of the problem is like of medium level, because we have to figure out how to use binary search in this one. So that was the solution. Yeah, thanks for watching the video.